Hey you guys, it's me, SpongeBob number one fan 2003 here, and as you can see, I'm here with this super duper cool Thomas and Friends book, and this is called Percy's Chocolate Crunch and Other Thomas the Tank Engine Stories. And I actually just got this book for my birthday this year, and I absolutely love this book, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys today. Okay, so this is obviously based off of the TV show. Um, it is obviously based off of the actual Percy's Chocolate Crunch episode, and it also has two other stories in it as well besides that one. And as you can see on the front cover, there is Percy all covered in chocolate. I love chocolate so much, especially, dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. It's so yummy. And he's like completely covered in chocolate, and there is Duck, the Great Western Engine. He's sort of pushing Percy on a flatbed because obviously Percy sort of got derailed when he when he crashed into the chocolate factory. And I really like the font that they used right here. I think that looks really, really neat. And the spine isn't really anything too special. You can just see some staples here, which isn't really anything special, and the backside looks pretty much the same as the front, but it just has, like, the price here, Ghislaine, and a Random House picture back book. Okay? Now let's go ahead and take a look at the pages that are in this book. Oh yeah, and this book is a little bit used, you can kind of tell, but that is okay, it's in terrific condition. And I wrote my name in there as well because, I mean, despite this book being used, nobody wrote their name in it, so I decided to write my own name in there. Oh gosh, okay. And there is Percy again covered in chocolate, Percy's Chocolate Crunch, another Thomas the Tank Engine stories. And this book was actually made in 2003. As you can see right there, that's the year that I was born. And it's hard to believe, but but the episode, but the episode Percy's Chocolate Crunch in the UK aired October 9 of 2002, which means that it aired exactly 1 year before my mom gave birth to me. How crazy is that? Okay, so anyway, the first story in this book is obviously Percy's Chocolate Crunch. I mean, it's literally like the main title. So, Sir Topham Hatt's engines love to be shiny and clean as they do all their jobs on Sodor, but unfortunately, poor little Percy gets dirty a lot when he does his jobs. He often has the dirtiest work, but he loves to be clean. And when he goes to have a washdown, Sir Topham Hatt unfortunately says, that due to a water shortage or a drought, no engine should have more than one washdown a day, and he says usefulness before cleanliness. And Percy complains about this because he gets really dirty and he needs to have a washdown. And Gordon only does it just to feel important, of course, because he's such a boastful engine. And James teases Percy and says that he's a pouty puffer, and Percy says that he's not. And he puffs away to do his jobs for the day. And while he's loading some troublesome trucks full of coal, unfortunately, those freaking trucks literally push Percy under the chute, and unfortunately he gets covered in coal dust, and he is now even more dirty than he even was at the beginning of the day. So he's very, very, very angry, but he knows that he has to do his jobs. So while he's on his way to Callan Station, the destination that he has to deliver the trucks at, they tease him even more by saying, "Clickety clack, don't look back, dirty Percy's on our track." And Percy yells at them to be quiet. "Be quiet!" Percy snapped. Oh god, okay, but yeah, anyway, that's really funny. Um, And Percy is very, very angry because he really wants to do jobs where he cannot get dirty. And Harold says hello to Percy, and he hovers into the air, but unfortunately he ends up blowing cinders and ashes all over Percy. And as you can see now, poor little Percy is even more dirty, and he is very, 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 very upset. And his driver reminds him that usefulness before cleanliness, and Percy wants to be useful where he cannot get dirty. And Percy's driver finds out that apparently there's some sugar cars that need to be taken to the chocolate factory, and that they can take the sugar cars. And Percy is very, very happy because sugar is nice and clean. So he's more than happy to take the sugar cars. As you can see, it says, "That's nice and clean." But, unfortunately, oil spills out of a freight car, and poor little Percy ends up slipping on the oily tracks, as you can see, and he ends up crashing. He ends up crashing into the chocolate factory. And comes out the other side even more dirty than ever. And he is covered in chocolate. Oh my gosh. As you can see, Percy's very, very upset now because this is the dirtiest that he has ever been in his life. As you can see, he said, "Yuck! I've never been this dirty!" And he is covered from funnel to firebox in sticky, gooey chocolate. So, yep. And, Duck brings Percy back to the sheds, and everyone is teasing Percy about his predicament. Thomas says that Percy looks good enough to eat, and, James calls Percy Bonbon Percy, although in the British dub, he calls him Pudding Percy. And Henry calls Percy Chalk Ice on Wheels, and Gordon just says that this is disgraceful. You know what, Gordon? You're disgraceful. Okay. Never mind. So... Gosh, Gordon, you're such a bully here. And then, excuse me. I mean, Gordon's just so full of pride. Anyway, so Sir Topham Hatt tells Percy that he's had a very trying day, and that he's very happy and proud of Percy's hard work. And Percy's still very upset, but Sir Topham Hatt says that, because Percy has been useful before, in not having a washdown all day, Sir Topham Hatt decides to reward Percy with not only a washdown, but a new coat of paint. And Percy is more than happy with this reward because he can finally get all this chocolate off of him. And Percy just beams with pride. Aw, sweet Percy. Okay. Alright. And that's it for the Percy's Chocolate Crunch story. Personally, that's my favorite story in this whole entire book. I love Percy's Chocolate Crunch so much. It's so good. And the second story in this book is Salty's Secret. So, Salty is a new engine on Sodor. And there's Thomas and Percy. And here's Salty, the new diesel engine. He loves to be by the seaside. But unfortunately, Salty doesn't get to work by the sea, and he ends up working at the quarry. And Mavis is more than happy to have Salty help around, but Bill and Ben, the twins, don't want to be told what to do by a diesel engine. I mean, Mavis is a diesel, Bill and Ben. Jesus, okay. But yeah, so they have to complete an important job for Sir Topham Hatt as well. So Salty ends up doing such a great job with the trucks that it makes the that makes the twins secretly just a little bit jealous. So and unfortunately Salty is really sad because he really misses being by the sea. And the very next day he tries to show the twins how he um takes how he takes care of the trucks. He does it with like a musical rhythm because as you could see, um right here he's singing a song. Yo ho ho and a bucket of prawns, a tiller spins and the captain yawns. Even the trucks sing along. Um Bill and Ben tried to do it the same way as Salty, but unfortunately they don't have any luck. And Sir Topham Hatt comes and he's very, very, very proud of his engines. And especially proud of Salty, so he decides to send Salty to Brendam, where the sea is. And he is so happy because now he gets to be by the sea. And he's just really happy, and only the trucks know Salty's secret. And now for the last story in this book, A Bad Day for Harold the Helicopter. So, obviously Harold's a helicopter, and he loves flying in the sky. And he helps anyone who's in distress. And sometimes Harold delivers the mail, which makes Percy very, very upset. And Percy says, delivering the mail is an engine's job. Because, as you know, Percy has many jobs, as it says right here, but carrying the mail is his all-time favorite job to do. Oh, Percy, you gotta share, buddy! And, Percy is puffing along the countryside, pulling his mail train. But, unfortunately, there's a broken signal up ahead, and Percy has no choice but to stop. And Sir Topham Hatt, gets a call about it, and he says that Harold has to take the mail instead of Percy, while the signal thing is being fixed up. And poor little sad Percy is really, upset. And poor little Percy is very upset because he loves delivering the mail. And he feels like a really useless engine because Harold is doing his job. And his driver says that the mail has to arrive on time. Mail is very important. So, Harold comes to get Percy's mail train. And Percy says, oh no! But obviously Percy knows that there's nothing he can do. Percy's driver helps load the mailbags into Harold's cargo net. And, Harold's pilot says that they probably should take a few trips because there's a lot of mail to carry. And Harold literally says, I'd have to make too many trips, then I'd be as slow as Percy. Jeez, Harold, you're being as mean as Gordon. Gosh, Harold, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's horrible to say to such a sweet engine like Percy. Jesus, Harold, you're such a freaking bum. Anyways, oh my gosh. Anyways. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Okay, so anyways, so Harold gets the mail, but unfortunately, the mail is too heavy for Harold, as his pilot predicted. So, oh wait, we haven't even got to that part yet. Okay. So Harold carries the mail, but unfortunately, Harold's pilot realizes that the mail is too heavy, and Harold is really upset, and he ends up crashing into like a haystack, which I wish they had it pictured here. But yeah, so Harold crashes into a haystack, and Percy helps his friend out. And Harold's engine is all fixed, and Percy's very happy to see his friend, and Harold thanks Percy for saving him. And Percy asks Harold if he wants to deliver the mail, and he'll stand by with the rescue team. And obviously Harold thanks Percy for saving him. And Percy says, "That's alright, that's what friends are for!" And that's pretty much how the story ends. And that's literally the end of the book. And here is an advertisement for some other Thomas, like, DVDs or VHS tapes, including the Percy's Chocolate Crunch DVD and VHS tape. Very, very cool. And my brother obviously had some of these things when he was really little, including the Percy's Chocolate Crunch VHS. I really want to get the DVD in the future. As I said in my birthday haul, I would love to get that. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the Percy's Chocolate Crunch book. I actually really, really love this book. It's genuinely a very funny storybook. I love it. My favorite story in here would, of course, have to be the Percy's Chocolate Crunch story, because, like, who the heck does not love Percy's Chocolate Crunch? I mean, seriously, like, look at how funny that is. Salty Secret's also really good at, like, episode 2 story, whatever. I really like A Bad Day for Harold the Helicopter. The main thing that I really love about this book is that it has so many, like, pictures of Percy in it, and as you know, Percy's literally my favorite Thomas character. So, yeah, hence, like, that's the reason why that I got so many Percy engines for my birthday this year. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So goodbye, everybody. Have a great day, and peace out. Wait, I have one more little surprise for you guys. Wait. Okay. Oh no! Hooted Percy. Yuck! He groaned. I've never been this dirty! He was covered from funnel to firebox and sticky, gooey chocolate. Alright, that's... Alright, okay. Bye, guys! I love you all! Mwah! Peace out.